All right. I welcome you all to this to the third class on our Java series. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time you are seeing this video. In this section, we'll be talking about decision making using equality and relational operators. When I say equality and relational operators, I'm talking about the operators that we use, to make decision in programming language, right? The operators that we use in making decision in programming language. In Java programming language, what is a condition or what is decision making? With condition, that is when we can make decision. For instance, let's say I want to uh, perform an operation, or let's say I'm going out, right? And I want to perform an operation based on whether I should go with umbrella or I should not go with umbrella. So that would depend on two things. Either the weather is raining or is sunny. That is when I can decide to take an umbrella with me, either for to prevent rain or maybe the sun is too harsh. So that is condition. If it is not raining or it's not going to rain and it's not sunny or the sun will not be too harsh, then I can decide not to go with umbrella. So that is what makes human, be rational, the rationality. So to think about something that, okay, can this be possible? Okay, if this can be possible, then I have to do this. So there are some certain conditions that makes us to decide what and what not. So that is what we want to be discussing in this chapter. In Java, a condition is an expression that can be true or false, or perhaps in programming language. This uh, program section will be talking about if selection statement, which allows a program to make a decision based on a condition's value. So condition or if statement can be performed using the equality operators and relational operators. Yeah, before we go further, let's see what equality operator is and what conditional operators are. So equality operator is this is this and um this. That's what we call equality operator, right? That is what we call equality operators, right? And then we have conditional operators. Conditional operators are greater than, they are less than, equals to, uh, greater than, equals to, right? And less than operator. So these are the equality, these are the relational operators that we have, right? Now their use, when you use equals to, like for instance, I can say that 2 equals to 2, this is the expression. So this will be true, right? This will be true, right? And I can say 3 not equals to 3. This will be false because 3 is equals to 3, right? 3 not equals to 3. This will be false because 3 is equals to 3. I can also say 4 less than 9. That will be true. Yeah, because 4 is less than 9. I can say 7 greater than 8. That will be false because 7 is not greater than 8. Then I can say 5 greater than or equals to 4. This will be true because 5 is greater than 4. Then I can say 6 less than or equals to 4. This will be false because 6 is neither less than nor equals to 4. So without further ado, let's delve into our program to demonstrate decision making in Java. As usual, we're going to right click on this guy and then, oh, sorry, system is hanging. So we're going to have new Java class, and then uh, now we'll name our class comparison, right? Comparison. Okay. Then we click on finish as usual. So we wait while that class is being created. Okay. So my system is a bit slow today. Alright, so we'll do public static void main. Don't forget that our program start executing from main method, then we do string args, right? So then init, you need an input. My scanner input is equals to new scanner, right? So if you remember, we do have an argument inside the scanner, that will be system dot in, right? So let me see if I can increase the font. Uh, that will be from my editor. Okay. So don't forget that we have to import the java.util.scanner, so that will enable us to use the scanner class. Alright, so we have the input ready. So the next thing we want to do is have the first integer, which I'm going to call number 1, and I'm going to have second integer, which I'm going to call number 2, right? Then I want my user to enter their first integer and also to enter their second integer. So what I will do is do as out, then I'll do enter your first integer, right? So this guy will be print. Then I'll do number one is equals to input, right? Dot next integer, don't forget, right? Then I can copy the two, and this guy will be number two, right? Equals to input the next integer, right? Enter your second integer, right? So now let's do our comparison now. So I'll do if this first one is equality check. So if number one equals to number two, right? That's equality check. Then I'll do X out in print format, right? Then I will do %d equals percent g backslash n, then number one in place of the first, %d, then number two in place of the second, percent d. So what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do is copy the two, right? Uh, in five places to that's three, four, five, six. So that's fine. So second one will be not equals to, right? I'm going to do this. Then is going to be third one should be less than. Let me use less than, right? And here I'll do less than. The next one will be greater than, right? And here I'll do greater than. Then the next one will be less than equals to, while the last one will be greater than equals to, right? Less than equals to, greater than equals to. So these are the testing we want to do. It's a very small program we have written. So let me run it. Then we can now check the answer, right? So don't forget we run our program by right clicking on the file, right, and do run file. So let's wait and see what we have. Alright, see what we have. uh I'm sorry, I'll have to rerun the program because I didn't write my code very well. Let me come back here and do colon, and this one to colon. Then I'll stop this guy and save my program, then rerun it. Alright, so the first number I'm going to enter is 777, and my second number will also be 777. So let's see what we have. If you look at it very well, saying 777 is equals to 777, which is true. 777 is less than or equals to 777. If you look at this one, we're having two conditions here. Is either it is less than or it is equals to. But what we can see here is that 777 is not less than 777, but it is equals to. The same thing for the third one. So let's run the program and enter something else, right? So running the program again. Running the program again, just executing. So this time around, I want to use separate numbers that are not equals to the other number. So let me use 1000 and 2000. So this time around, what we have is 1000 is not equals to 1000 compared to what we have before. This is not the output. Then 1000 is less than 2000, of course, and 1000 is also less than 2000. Don't forget that less than equals to is two condition. Is either it is less than or it is greater than or it is equals to, right? So what we have here is either less than or equals to. So let's run it for the third time and see another response that we will have from the program. So this time around, I want to inverse my input from 1000, 2000 to 2000, 1000, so that we can see what the output will be. In the very first output we have equals to, we have less than equals to, and we have greater than equals to. The second output we have not equals to, we have less than, and we also have less than equals to. So let's see this one. 2000, right, and 1000. So this time around, we have 2000 is not equals to 1000, which is true. 2000 is greater than 1000, true, and 2000 is also greater than 1000. Don't forget that in the condition where you are having two conditional symbol, such as greater than equals to, one of it will be what will be done. In this case, 2000 is greater than 1000, not equals to 1000. So that will be the end of our execution. So let me explain from the code to you so that we can understand the concept very well. Now, in this very first one, whatever the number I enter, let's assume that I enter 777 for the first number and 777 for the second number. So in this case, we are testing if 777 is equals to, don't forget, double equal sign, the meaning of it in Java is equals sign. It's not single. Single is an assignment. In here, you see that I use single symbol for assignment, assigning whatever the user enter into number one. But in this case, what I'm doing is comparing for equality. So 777 is assumed to be entered into number one, and 777 is assumed to be entered into number two. So when you compare 777 with 777, you see that they are equal, right? 777 is equals to 777. So that is why we had the response of 777 equals to 777 at first. Then second one, we are checking if whatever it is in number one is not equals to whatever is in number two. This will be done. You will see the response for this only if 777 is not equals to 777. But in this case, 777 is equals to 777. So this guy will be false, and therefore nothing will be executed. And then 777 is not less than 777. This also will be false, therefore nothing will be executed. Then 777 is not greater than 777, therefore this also will be false. Then in here we have less than 777. Of course 777 is not less than 777, but 777 is equals to 777, therefore this guy will be true. And for the last one, 777 is not greater than 777 but equals to 777. This guy also will be true. And then one thing about double comparison sign, right? Double relational operator, where we're having less than, equals to, or greater than, equals to. If the first one is done, it will ignore the second one, because this is just like checking for either of these two. So the moment the first one is, for instance, let's assume that I have 4 for the first number and I have 7 for the second number. You will see that 4 is less than 7. The moment 4 is less than 7, the program will ignore the equal sign because one of it is already executed. That is, 4 is less than 7. There's no need to check if 4 is equals to 7 again. So once 1 is done, but in this case, 4 is not greater than 7. So therefore, the program will now attempt again to check whether 4 is equals to 7. At the end of the day, 4 is not greater than, neither is it equal 2. Therefore, this guy will now be false in the case of 4 and 7. I hope you understand the concept behind uh, relational equality as regards decision making. So we are using the if condition to check for condition. If the condition is true, then whatever is under will be executed. If the condition is not true, whatever is under will be ignored. Looking at the last output we have on the screen, you see that this is done only because 2000 is not equals to 1000. The second one is done as well, which is because 2000 is greater than 1000, while the third one is also done because 2000 is greater than 1000 as well. So that is the reason. So you have to understand that anywhere you want something to be executed based on condition, you will use if selection statement. We call it if selection statement, or we call it traditional if statement. Now we have some common errors that can be made while using if condition or while using conditional statement. If you look at my own if conditional statement, you will see that I did not put these braces, right? That I'm just adding these braces. I didn't put it. If you look at this one, there's no brace, and before I didn't add brace here. Now, it is common error forgetting the left and or right parentheses for the condition in an if statement is a syntax error. That is, look at this left parenthesis or this right parenthesis. It is important because it's part of the syntax of Java, right? It's part of the syntax of Java. You must put the left and the right parenthesis, otherwise it's a program error. Additionally, other error that can happen when you are using equality operators is confusing the equality operator, which is double equal sign. We are talking about this guy, double equal sign. So confusing that particular sign with the assignment operator, which is single equal sign, right? Ensure that you understand that single equal sign is assignment, while double equal sign is equality operator. It can cause a logic error or a syntax error. The equality operator should be read as is equal to, and the assignment operator should be read as get, or get the value of whatever in the right hand side to the left hand side to avoid confusion. Some people read the equality operator as double equals or equals equals. That is, we can call it double equals or we can call it equals equals. So understand that your program should be logically consistent, internally corrected, and ultimately e must meet the goal. That is the reason why you are writing that code. So that is why you need to avoid syntax error or logic error. If your program is not logical enough to achieve the result, so that means it's an internal error, meaning you were not able to achieve the reason why the program is written. At the same time, I can, well, let me see if this will work before I will say what I want to say. Um, let me see if this guy will work, right? So look at this guy now. It works fine. There's no issue. But the problem here is that it is no longer readable, right? Looking at this guy, I have my expression here, right? That the conditional testing. At the same time, I have what to be done if the condition is met on the same line. Ensure it is a good programming practice that you maintain one statement per line. That is, one statement per line in a program. It enhances program readability. That will be the end of the program today. Ensure you share for others to benefit, and also like, comment if there's something that is not clear to you, and share for others to benefit. Don't forget to turn on the notification icon so that when we release another program, another lesson, you get notified immediately. And thirdly, subscribe. Give us a thumb up, comment if there's something that is not clear to you. As you have a wonderful day, if it is night, wonderful night rest, afternoon, day, or morning. Thanks for seeing this program.